Welcome everyone to Side Draft, and welcome to the final episode of our
Knock you out.
I guess it's called Knock You Out now, but our playoff eliminations and playoff knockouts. So we have so many different names for it. So yeah, we're not going to be doing it
to pick who's in. We're picking the ones that's out.
Yeah, so we're picking the not the Elite Four, but the
ones that can't handle the Final Four.
The ones we're giving the boot to.
Yeah. So we're technically picking our Final Four, but we're doing it in the opposite way. You get what we mean. But before we get into it, we gotta review how we did last time. And
I got 2 points. Right?
So there they are up on the screen. Steve did really well. He swept the Xfinity Series.
I know what I'm talking about.
So
no, you don't.
He knows his Xfinity.
You just rigged the cars up.
It's fine.
Emily almost got them all, but she had Ross Chastain, and he made it. So she just had Herbst. If she would have changed that for Herbst, she would have been good.
What if he didn't mess?
And
what?
Feel sorry for him.
And for me,
I don't feel sorry for him anymore.
For me, I didn't believe in Sieg, but
I did.
But he did.
Sieg, yeah.
And so, yeah, I just didn't see him going anywhere, but that was a bad pun. But anyway, but really cool that he did make it, and he might make a run for that Final Four.
It was really awesome to see him make it to that round of 8.
See him.
Yeah.
So that's how we did it in Xfinity. For Cup, Steve you almost swept, but Kurt Busch, he really threw us off.
Yeah, Kurt Busch threw me for a loop, and I picked the wrong Busch brother. That's what I was thinking. And then when I was picking, I'm like, for some reason, I didn't think Kyle would miss it, but he's had a really tough year, and his brother got in with that win. So
yeah, our brackets were broken the first race, but Boyer, Austin Dillon, and Almirola, they all did not make it, so you got points for them.
Yeah, I really didn't want to knock out Clinton Boyer. I was hoping he'd make it to the round of 8, but I just wasn't really sure. But I guess I was right.
Then Emily, she got Austin Dillon and Eric Almirola right, but like we said before, Kurt Busch threw us all off, and Alex Bowman making it to the next round.
Yeah, Kurt Busch did Austin Dillon on us and just went up there.
Who is going to be this week's Austin Dillon?
Yeah, Austin Dillon finally had all he could take, and
he had to go home.
Yeah, Talladega, I think, really messed him up.
As for me, again, Kurt Busch gave me the middle finger, but his brother Kyle Busch, he got me a point. So one Busch brother was good to me this round, and I also got Austin Dillon. We finally got rid of Austin Dillon. we predicted him in every episode. He's finally gone. And I made a really dumb decision of trying to get rid of Truex. I thought maybe he would wreck early in Talladega, and then the Roval would be bad to him. But yeah, he survived.
He survived. Had a decent finish. Didn't have a really great finish at the Roval, but he maintained.
Yeah, he just hasn't been a big noise this year. He's just got one win, and that was because like the damage helped him at Martinsville. So if it wasn't for Martinsville, he wouldn't have even got a win so far this season. He would have been in Kyle Busch's footsteps. So that was how we did. Now it's time to make our predictions for the round of 8. And yeah, it's just can't believe we're already here.
Yeah, already here picking the round of 8. I mean, there's only 4 races left to go. Man, it's been a long year. Didn't know we'd really finally get to the end like this. But we're talking about the Xfinity, and it's very tough. I mean, like I said before, I was really glad to see it. Ryan Sieg made the round of 8, but I don't think he's going to make it to the round of 4. So I'm taking him out. And Ross Chastain, I don't think he's going to quite make it. There's too much good competition in that top 4. And I was debating about Brandon Jones. I mean, he's won at Kansas before. And I don't think he's going to do it again. So I think he's going to come up a little short.
But you're gonna win.
And the other driver I think is going to be out is Justin Haley. I mean, he's running great this year, but
your lucky charm.
yeah, it's not Talladega.
You're giving your lucky charm the boot. Wow.
I just can't see him passing the
Traitor.
top 4. I mean,
Turning against your best friend like that.
that's all because it's never mind. His teammate.
Top 10 animated betrayals.
No, I think Noah and Justin Allgaier is really strong, and you can't count out Chase Briscoe and Austin Cindric. I think they're going to maintain and just go out and lead laps and win races.
All right, so that was Steve's final 4, or no, not final 4.
My whole analysis, the whole 8 right there.
All right, now we move to Emily. Who do you think will make it or won't make it, man?
I'm going to knock Ross Chastain out.
Again,
she must not like Ross Chastain. She's been trying to knock him out.
I don't. And I'm going to knock out Justin Allgaier.
Wow.
He hasn't been performing well like he usually does last year.
yeah.
And I'm going to pick Justin Haley because there's no more Talladega or Daytona for him to win.
He's picked it up a little better, but I just don't think he's there yet.
And I'm
Top
going
competition.
to knock out Sieg.
Yeah, Sieg. I mean,
I feel like Sieg is like that is.
He might be the Austin
He
Dillon.
is our Austin Dillon.
can Sieg win a race in the last 4 races? I mean, can he pull the Kurt Busch on us?
I mean, I think he could. Maybe if the cautions, fall the right way. He might not even need that, but
Yeah, I ain't saying he's got a bad team. I just don't think he's capable of beating that top 4.
And why I didn't knock out Noah, it's not because I like him. It's because he's finishing very, very well, and I think he'll get another win.
I mean, look how he did at the Roval. I mean, he spun in a turn, no damage, and then he gets wrecked. He comes back, he bumps another car, gets in a wreck, and he still comes back and finishes second. And I believe he could have won that race if a couple more laps.
And Chase Briscoe, he's getting there. It's just sometimes he makes mistakes.
he's got 8 wins. He's getting there.
He's
Well,
getting there.
it's just
You're almost there. You got 8 wins, man.
It's just the last 2 races he's,
Yeah, and that's the thing that he doesn't want to have happen. He just needs to finish the races. He doesn't necessarily have to win them to make it. So, I don't think he's going to choke, but there's a possibility when you're making your selections
And
to maybe consider going for a long shot.
And Cindric, he's been dominant this whole year. Winning.
Definitely his oval tracks has been doing really great.
And I think Brandon Jones, he might win some more.
Yeah, with Kansas, like we said, that's I debated on leaving Brandon Jones in the Final 4, but ultimately I had to squeeze him out, just because there's not enough room
I
for
just don't know
everybody.
if he's going to take his bathroom breaks before the race in time to get to his car. So.
And I agreed with Emily. I said Allgaier. I mean, he was on brink of elimination at the Roval. If things didn't go his way, he was going to be eliminated at one point. But thankfully for him, he was able to move on. But he just hasn't had the speed for the 1.5 miles. And Martinsville, we don't know because I don't think Xfinity's ran there. So that's going to be the wild card of this round is Martinsville for sure. And
Some might remember how they drove in trucks.
yeah. And so I think one guy that's going to be good at Martinsville would be Justin Haley. And I think that may be... I'm trying to predict the Austin Dillon of each round. And I say it might be Justin Haley, but it looks like it's going to be Sieg because I also have Sieg eliminated. And I just don't see him making it.
There you go again.
I want to make that a shirt. And I also have Ross Chastain. I think there'll be no watermelon smashed in 2020.
So we all agree everybody's going to be chasing Chase.
Yeah, I think Chase Briscoe is going to make it in, whether if he wins the race or not in this round. And Austin Cindric, he's got a great mile and a half speed. He's going to be really good. And he can be another one that's really good at Martinsville. Since, so great at road courses and short tracks. They normally have the same talent.
Once you come down to the braking zones, handle that brake. I think he'll take care of his brakes and his tires.
So that was our Xfinity, not Final Fours.
Our Xfinity.
And we did talk about the ones that we left in.
Yeah. So, and we're not making a championship pick now. We're making them on our fast picks for Phoenix.
Yeah, well, the 4 that we took out, we ain't saying them. They're not great. I mean, this competition right here. Anybody?
It's really hard to pick.
It was very tough to really think about who to pick, who's going in, who's out. I mean, it's very tough to decide.
Now the toughest one of them all, the Cup Series. Who will be eliminated?
Oh, this is going to be very tough. And I'm going to rub my little horseshoe, and I'm hoping bring some good luck here, because I'm going. Everybody's going. Jaw's going to drop right now, because I am taking out Denny Hamlin.
Wow.
I know he's good at the mile and a half, but he's not really been great to the whole playoffs, except for Talladega. He got very lucky at Talladega.
You remember how that worked for you at Talladega.
So Denny is the champion, confirmed.
I'm picking him to fall out, and I'm definitely going to take out Kurt Busch. I know he's running strong, but I don't think he's going to be able to make it to the top 4.
He's like Austin Dillon. He can't hold it. He can't hold it anymore.
Yep.
He has to fall down.
And I'm taking out Alex Bowman too. I don't think he's quite there yet. I mean, he's running decent. He just ain't got the speed as others do. And I think Joey Logano's going to come up a little short on the end of that too. So I believe Brad's going to. He's been a dominant Penske this year.
Yeah, good picks, all besides maybe the Hamlin thing. But when you make these picks,
mark that down right there. Hey, your pen.
Yeah, you write it down. But yeah, when you thinking about the Final Four, there's 3 races in the final round before Phoenix. And let's say Harvick or Hamlin doesn't win. Harvick and Hamlin doesn't win. Like Brad, Chase, and what's the guy that's in, whoever the other guy is, forgot them all. Truex.
Yeah.
If those 3 win, and Harvick and Hamlin don't, Harvick beats Hamlin on points, Hamlin's out. So that's where your thinking is probably going. Or Hamlin just wrecks every race, which would probably be more enjoyable for you. But
It's not going to work out. He's going to be the champion.
Every time he spins, I'll be cheering.
So here's Emily's
Okay.
final. Not 4.
I'm knocking out Joey. It's just he hasn't been doing great this year. I'm picking Truex because he only won a few this year. He's not been that great in the playoffs. And I'm picking knocking out Bowman and Kurt Busch.
So we say Logano, Bowman, and Kurt so far. You and Emily agree on.
Yes.
So their
And we're both,
final 4 confirmed.
and we're both knocking out Toyotas.
We got 3
Well, we
also.
kind of swapped Truex and
Swap
Denny.
the jaw dropper pick. But somebody's got to be a jaw dropper because there's like 5 or 6 great picks that's you think, well, they're pretty much locked in the
Which
final
it's
4.
hard to pick the Cup one because there's so many good ones in there.
Yeah, this is probably our greatest final 4. Yeah.
I believe Truex is going to surprise us in the next couple of rounds.
Show me up.
So
Just because, he's hadn't fallen out of the top 4 for the final race.
So we all agree on Logano, Bowman, and Kurt Busch. So maybe they are all 3 Austin Dillon, and they're going to prove us wrong. And then we'll have somebody else, which means either Harvick or Hamlin. So you might get at least Hamlin right. But the one I don't agree on is I think Chase Elliott will not make the Final Four.
I think you're wrong.
Don't unsubscribe, Chase fans.
I hear some boos out there.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
They're throwing tomatoes at the screen now.
Okay.
Oh man, what'd you do to the channel?
Okay, I'll change it. Hamlin is out. No. I just say Chase because he hasn't been great on the mile and a half speed. He had the Roval, which got him some momentum. But I think at Kansas and Texas he's going to struggle with.
But Martinsville he might be good.
And Martinsville he's going to have to get through Brad Keselowski and Martin Truex.
And Chase.
And Denny Hamlin is probably going to punt him again. It's going to be just like...
How can he get through Chase?
Because him and Chase got into it at Martinsville.
Yeah, it's going to be just like 2017. He's got a lot of people he's got to get through. And maybe Kyle Busch and him might have that bad blood come back again and they crash together. Who knows? But I just think Chase has been allergic to the Final Four. And I think he
makes it to around 8 and then I'm like, please go to the Final Four, and then he fell.
So I think
he'll get there this year.
He's going to be allergic again.
No. I hope Noah and Chase Elliott both go to the Final Four.
And Chase and Logano has had some bad blood as well. There's a lot of people upset with Logano, and that's probably another reason why Logano's not making the Final Four.
Because he sometimes is a dirty driver.
Yeah, it may come down to Martinsville how Logano does because
it was short track
2018, he made it in there. So
yeah, that Martinsville race is going to be the one that everyone's pinpointing that we had to make it through that, which coincidentally, it's the last race of the round of 8. So your last chance, you might have to kick some out of the way.
Yeah, this round of 8 here is very tough. I mean,
it's kind of crazy that we can't pick Kyle Busch for the Final Four.
Yeah, I mean, this right here, I mean, the best way to pick them is close your eyes and pick because, I mean, this is going to be a very tough round. The next 3 races is going to be very huge.
Yeah, it's just really hard to eliminate Harvick, Hamlin, and Keselowski, which, I wasn't too extremely confident with Brad, but with Martinsville, I think he'll be fine.
And I think he has some tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, so that was our not Final Fours. I guess
our knockout.
Our knockouts for playoff knockouts. So let us know who you're knocking out of the playoffs for both the Xfinity and Cup for a chance to win 8 additional Fast Picks points. And it's really important that you play these because only one person played them last 2 times.
Yeah, and JBH he swept them too, so he gained 4 points on everybody.
Yeah, so you're going to want to play this one, especially right here. This could be your last chance to gain on the leaders. So thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time, and good luck to all of you on your picks.